extremely objective-focused players that excel here on Strongholds.
Yeah, definitely. Now taking a look at this main stage here, we're going to go ahead and jump into Strongholds on the rig. Of course, 100 points to win, 12 minutes on the clock. And I want to start things off here on the other side of the stage. We've seen plenty of Panda Gaming POVs, but I'm going to go ahead and start things off with Success, and I think Trippy is the guy we should kick things off with.
Yeah, I mean, Trippy, like you said, had that phenomenal free-for-all performance here. He's got an amazing shot. You can see him in his picture-in-picture. This is not going to be a player that you've had a lot of opportunities to watch compete here, and we're going to be able to see what he can showcase his skills on here on LAN.
Yeah, it gets pinned back there, so that's some really good aggression early on, making sure that they're watching that exact Tower 2 sight line. But Trippy, I like what he's doing here, right? Makes the play around. He actually catches Ryan Noob off guard. I don't think Ryan Noob expected him to come all the way over to Engine and Junction. And so far, so good. They're going to lose Strongholds early on, but Trippy very aware of the opponent spawning behind him.
Ooh, and that was Ryan Noob that he caught again. So already 30 seconds into this game, he's killed Ryan Noob twice. Now he will get taken out. That railgun is going to switch hands, actually fall into Goofy's hands as Goofy also gets taken out here. And that was going to be a member here from 6S with that shotgun. So now we have the BR base hill going back over to the Panda Gaming lineup as BoomX finds himself the railgun here.
All right, now we'll go ahead and as Bohm is going to reset, let his shield recharge, we'll go ahead and switch over to the blue team now. It looks like Bohm not getting that splash damage on the rail, so now over to Goofy, who's desperately trying to stay alive behind this girder. I think he'll be able to do it. That's a nice wide girder.
Yeah, a lot of patience there from Goofy, realizing that he's got some help coming in. That player probably doesn't have any grenades, but even if he does, you just wait patiently, you coordinate or time your thrust to try to evade those or that damage coming out from those frag grenades, and it works out perfectly in Goofy's favor.
Yeah, Goofy also checking Nest. I love that. Just quickly looking over at the sight line, making sure there's no one that he can pop. He's got opponents on his screen though. Second and last shotgun blast will land, so not to worry. As now it looks like they are going to be going for basement as well, trying to hit this cap on the bottom. Looks like one of theirs, though, was also going there, so they're going to be grabbing Nest, I think, and Nest will go. So, yes, there is the trip cap for Panda Gaming to open. It'll quickly be neutralized, though, as they will lose bottom BR.
And that was a great job by Goofy. He picks up the kill, uses the last two shots in the shotgun, focuses attention on capturing the basement stronghold, and then picks up the new shotgun off spawn. Of course, that is not a static respawn here. It is going to spawn 10 seconds after it either falls off the map or you run out of ammo and drop that weapon here. So now Goofy focusing too much attention, though, over towards BR base, and that's going to be two players coming off spawn on Carbine, including the Camo. Now Saiyan finds Camo shotgun here. They steal BR or basement here back in their favor, and BR base quickly being taken, but they trade that one for Nest here. And you can see in the kill feed, Trippy is the one running around with the railgun, but a great charge here by Saiyan, grabs a double.
Look at that. I mean, great play. Timed it so well. Drops down for Tower 2. Obviously, the Camo makes that a lot easier than if he hadn't had that. But the Camo shotgun combo, even more deadly. But Success off to a really great start here. And this is not typical of what we've seen from Panda Gaming all weekend long.
And what a flank coming in here. He knows there's players weak. Grabs the double. There's a third player, Engine 2. He's going to be one shot now. Last player down at SMG. This is a perfect opportunity to finish off, even capture this BR base. Now, they need to be very careful because they are blocking some of these spawns now. Players, good chance they're going to be coming off spawn here on Carbine, so they need to be careful for these map rotations.
Ooh, Gabriel actually is going to be the one that gets that kill with the melee, so it looks like he'll try to see if there's a single shotgun left. That is the case. One left in the chamber. So 46-19, though. We're not used to seeing Panda Gaming with this type of score on the bottom right of their screen.
Ooh, and then you do have Gabriel trying to fight players over towards Catwalk. Nades are coming into the hill. Looks like it's not going to be enough. They just kind of mistime one of those frag grenades. Now it's going to allow Panda Gaming to capture that stronghold, but it's quickly being taken back in favor of 6S. The R base also going over to Panda, so they won't have to worry about a triple cap or anything like that. But 57-20 lead already. About 30 seconds here for the next Camo to come up, and Rail's gun is also spawning.
All right, and also Tower 2 will eventually fall. So now over to Bohm, who's got that shotgun. Still has one left in it. Somehow no one's managed to use this just yet. He's desperately trying to stay alive, but they're still scoring all the while. Look at that. They've maintained two strongholds controlled. 63-20 is the score for Success.
All right, now we do have a lot of action here. Goofy actually pushing in. He's got players in front of him. We'll go ahead and take out Tire Iron here with the railgun. Now, rather than fully committing there, he's just going to back up. Now they finally capture Nest. It's starting to put some more points on the board. Kind of at a big deficit, though. That new Camo should also be up here any second. Goofy going clutch now with the rail, and that's going to be 3 dead here.
Yeah, that Camo's actually already been grabbed, and we'll go ahead and switch over to Saiyan in a second just because I want to see the route that he is going to take to try to get control of the map back. It's not crazy to think that Panda Gaming could totally rally back and get right back in this. So Saiyan needs to use this camo very, very wisely and make sure that they don't let any more points go on the board for the other side.
Ooh, and that's Goofy there with the railgun, and oh, this is a big fight. Saiyan needs to go clutch here, and yes, he will finish off that kill, but that was the story of Goofy there, who was leading this comeback, getting 3, 4 maybe railgun kills, and even assisting on taking out the camo player in a situation where he really shouldn't have even been able to put any damage down on him.
And look at Trippy here, pushes up right away, but Goofy, I believe, yes, with a perfect kill, not missing at all, and will turn 2, so he's going to fly over to Nest as well, but they're still losing points here. 72-36 is the score, but Goofy and crew are going to be going for Nest as well as BR Base going for the trip right now.
Yeah, and look at that. The triple cap comes in, still down by a lot, but Ryan with the railgun. Goofy, who is just on fire this game, racking up kills left and right. Looking at about another 20 seconds here before you see that next railgun, but that's going to be perfect timing as Ryan is just now running out of ammo in that weapon. Overall power weapon kills heavily in favor of Panda Gaming.
Yeah, we've also got about 30 seconds left on camo. Look for that right around, let's see, right, it looks like possibly around the 39 mark. But look at Goofy just playing so well here as he pushes in once again on the flank. Earlier, I was surprised to see Trippy engage so late, and then Goofy gets the jump with the BR and wins that battle. So they had, it felt like Success had that Nest control. But look at the score now, 63-74. That wonderful Success lead, if you're a Success fan, has now been shot down, and it is less than a 10-point deficit.
Yeah, and luckily they are able to capture yard base. They're trying to stop the bleeding here a little bit. Railgun went over in favor of Bohm X, so we'll go ahead and take a look to see what he is doing for this squad to try to get his team back into this one. The lead change is about to be in effect here momentarily. Great railgun shot coming out from Bomex as he takes out Gabriel. That's going to create an opportunity for basement control. Ooh, there's another player back catwalk trying to contest here. Cloud has to drop forward. The shotgun from bottom center and Trippy. And look,
believe it. I can't believe Cloud did not kind of challenge background because it was an isolated fight. He could have easily taken down Bohm, who came back to challenge. May not have expected that, though, being that he had such an advantage. So Bohm doubles back, and it pays off, but still, they're down by 1 here, and they don't have control just yet.
Yeah, I mean, we just saw 2 lead changes happen almost instantly. So much action here, bottom center, and around the railgun and the shotgun. We always talk about it on stream. You know, you need to control the power weapons. Well, this is exactly why. You got Goofy with the railgun. They rack up 67 seconds. Then you have it go in the hands of Bomex. They instantly catch back up in the game, and we're all tied up again.
And look at Trippy trying to make something happen here with shotgun in hand, and he gets the second as well. We'll see if he can get the third. They might not drop, and he gets an assist there. So look at this. They might go for total control here as well, and this could make them in a very good position to close this match out. What a bold play from Trippy there, being a one-man army and flying in, getting his opponent's weak.
And if they get the reset here on this basement hill, that was a triple cap, and that would have quickly ended the game. But no, looks like Panda Gaming is able to stop the bleeding a little bit. The shotgun shot misses, but he's able to clean up the kill. And then Saiyan actually gets a barrel kill on Ryan Noob as well. So that is not going to be what you want as 3 members go down, and nobody is going to be able to stop this here or capture any of the other strongholds to prevent the bleeding. Bohm X finds a railgun in his hands, and as far as at game number 1, Bravo, that's going to be all she wrote, as they're going to close this one out.
6S has got to be feeling good. They win that game 100-81, and what a back-and-forth tug-of-war match it was. In the end, it looks like it was 53-50 in favor of Red Team in terms of overall kills. So they only outslayed them by 3, but power weapon kills is the differentiator. 14 for Success, only 6 for Panda Gaming. Let's take a look at the stats here. Look at Trippy, 21-13 from him, leading his team and the game in kills. And also Saiyan with 16 and 12, 10 assists to him. Also Tire Iron throwing down the most assists in the game as well. But Success, I mean, what a wild ride it was for them during that game. I mean, off to a little bit of a rocky start, then leading by a significant margin. And yeah, as we mentioned, 14 power weapon kills to the 6. But I tell you what, Success has got to be feeling good, especially because they reversed that trip cap. They were up by about 40, and the trip cap from Panda pretty much reduced their lead to nothing. But the late play, I wonder, I'm not sure if we have the highlight, but Trippy's shotgun push where he pushed across, took out players bottom SMG, somehow stayed alive. Engine 2 gets the second kill. His teammates clean up the third. Trippy led that charge, and he forced was such a big part of all 3 of those kills that led them get the quick trip cap.
Yeah, I would say it was definitely Bomex that caught them back up in the game, and then Trippy that actually closed it out with the shotgun there.
Yeah, really nice stuff from him. Not sure if we'll be able to pull that up, but 100-81 is our final score for game number 1. And Eden Slayer will be our game number 2. And I think we have quite a series here. This is the first time I've seen Panda Gaming drop a game on main stage, if I'm not mistaken. And they obviously have not been down in a series as a result. So them being down 1-0 in a best of 5 here on main stage definitely have their backs against the wall.
Yeah, I mean, that is a tough loss to take, especially with how well Goofy and Ryan Noob were playing in the beginning of that game. They were able to accumulate such a large lead off the start there of Goofy with the railgun, and then I think Ryan Noob even found himself a shotgun there, was able to accumulate a few kills, and that large lead, and then a couple different lead changes in that 80, 70, and 80 point mark, but then it was just 6S, especially Trippy there, like you mentioned, that just ran away with it at the end.
That's it, and got to give it, once again, shout out to the whole Success crew on that last push. They were down, they were losing, I think it was 79-77. They did not have map control, and what a play it was to then push straight into the middle of the map, into inside, get the kills they needed, and then immediately branch out to Nest and BR base. Let them really close out that game. And to end it, I think, with a score of 100-81, it's wild considering they were losing 79-77. And then they pretty much had, right around 22, 23 unanswered points almost to close out the game.
Yeah, I mean, and considering I don't remember exactly what that lead was in the beginning before, kind of Bomex started really going off with that rail, but it was at least 50 points, I want to say.
I think so, yeah.
Because it was a triple cap that came out from 6S that really got them back into it. So if that wasn't a triple cap that they had, that you accumulate time so much so much quicker here. So the fact that they were able to catch back up in the game and then close it out at the end. And of course, the basement was taken over by Panda Gaming. They elected to not go and challenge that or go for the reset here, and it obviously worked out in their favor. So these guys playing very patiently.
All right, now kicking off the match here, we're going to jump into things with Bomex here, who off the break is trying to fly to top mid. He will fall though. So now over to Trippy, light rifle in hand. Going to be keeping an eye on the Rockets outside with a teammate he's got with him. That's going to be Sayan, who's also trying to stay alive with an SMG, but he will fall. So now over to Sayan, who's one of the lone members of Success here on this opening rush, as he's desperately trying to stay alive, and he will just retreat to bottom middle. But Cloud does have the sniper rifle, so I don't understand how, from what we just saw, it's 3-3 early on in the game, because we saw all 3 deaths there coming in early on from the Success side, but somehow Rockets go to Bomex, and Cloud has sniper rifle in hand, and we're tied 3-3. So I was about to say a very different opening from Panda Gaming, and they were looking strong, but something did not go their way, and they're tied up here.
Yeah, it looks like Bomex is able to rotate those Rockets all the way over to security here. And he's using up a lot of the ammo. Only 1 rocket left, so not able to get as many kills as he's initially hoping for. 5-4 lead now coming out here for 6S, but Cloud still maintaining blue base, or controlling blue base here. He's got everyone else kind of setting up around him, just focusing on keeping him alive. But another kill coming out in favor of 6S. That's not what you're going to want to see if you're a member of Panda Gaming, and that last rocket put to well use. And
now back over to Cloud here. His team is now down by 2, so he has not been able to connect exactly where he needed. His team has not been able to rally just yet. But, of course, not to worry for Panda Gaming. A team that we've seen has a lot of endurance. We almost saw it do in Game 1, come back and win. So I don't think Panda Gaming is a team that's going to panic really at any point in the game. They're a very composed squad. So I would feel good with the sniper in Cloud's hands, but he's getting pegged back by that Trippy light rifle.
Yeah, light rifle just so powerful across the map. Of course, being able to rack up a perfect shot, perfect kill here with only 3 bullets here. So 8-6 lead. Panda Gaming still hanging in there, and shotgun hands of Ryan Noob as he gets another kill. He's going to be sitting top catwalk, so he's really got a side of the map on lockdown, trying to prevent Cloud from having to worry about anyone on a flank. Those Rockets have spawned. Cloud trying to do what he can to be a distraction. Trippy's going to be able to grab them, has to use 2 of them, but will secure a kill. And still just a 10-8 lead, make that 11-8 as he grabs a double.
And they might try to push in on Cloud here. That's what we're going to be looking for. Cloud does still have that sniper rifle, and Trippy and crew are trying to collapse on him. They haven't found him just yet. And actually, I'm going to show you exactly what's happening. Cloud was actually able to sneak away. Take a look at this. He's already getting away, even getting kills. But now we'll go back over here to Trippy, who still has the rockets. Actually, looks like he has shot that last rocket, so never mind. Cloud actually goes for a full base trade, but just as I say that, we're going to have a player spawning in. It's going to be Sayan, who flanks all the way back, kills Cloud. Only 1 shot left in the sniper rifle, but regardless, regardless, here's 6S with a 15-11 lead. Now over to Goofy.
Yeah, and that sniper rifle constantly being taken out. You have Goofy running around with the railgun, not
Almost.
able to hit all 3 shots perfectly, but does take that player, no shields. He's running around here towards the OS area as he knows new sniper rifles coming up, trying to use those plasmas, do some Halo CE nading here, get that away and keep it out of the hands.
Not sure if he has any idea where that might have landed. We'll have to. Well, I certainly did not see where it might have gone, but Sayan's actually going to have, let's see, which sniper rifle he has in hand. That's got to be, no, Sayan, that's why we didn't see an indicator, is because between those 2 plasmas landing, Sayan actually grabbed the sniper rifle and must have thrust it back and stolen it because he has a full sniper rifle in hand.
The kid's insane. He's going Super Saiyan right now here with the sniper rifles. It's Trippy answers back with some perfect shots there. So, yeah, keeping this nice little lead here for 6S. And Saiyan, it's not a player that I've watched a lot play. So I'm really curious to see what he's going to be able to do with the sniper rifle and see, according to what Panda Gaming decides to do, if he's able to kind of capitalize.
And I'm especially curious because now we have pretty much the same scenario that we had for Cloud. When he was down, we now have Saiyan with sniper rifle in the back here of Blue as he's going to connect with that headshot as well. With a lead. So you can play this a lot differently when you have the lead, but regardless, we're going to see how he plays these angles. Rockets, of course, going to be dropping. They are up, and we should see a grab there, but Sayan's going to come in and check to make sure that they arrive home safely.
All right, now that's going to be sniper and rockets in the hands of 6S, but no, Saiyan stays are a little bit too long, and they lose both weapons. That was Saiyan and Tire Iron with sniper and rockets, and they got collapsed on perfectly.
Great, perfect kill from Trippy, but I got to go to Bohm, who's still over here at Blue, and he wants to try to catch his opponents off guard because, like you said, both Sniper and Rockets are down at Blue. He can't do it, though. Trippy is going to be trying to be the man to come in there, but I think he's going to go ahead and retreat because he knows that he is on a 1v4 right now. Great work from Trippy with that light rifle, though, to not only land the perfect kill, but now push opponents back into the base as well.
And that is going to be Gabriel here from Panda Gaming that currently has those rockets. Looks like he's moving or trying to work on a little bit of a flank as Cloud grabs the kills. Only a 4-kill lead and weapon control.
One thing,
split.
I don't know how Tire Iron manages to get away with the sniper rifle as well through all that chaos. I could have sworn it was down Blue Bend, but somehow he brings it back to the base, so now they're going to still have the lead. And, I mean, sniper rifle makes all the difference in this setup, right? If the enemy team had sniper and rockets, or even just rockets, 6S has to play this very differently, and so does Panda Gaming. But the fact that they have a sniper rifle to pick off opponents through these sight lines really lets them have a little bit more of a cushion with their lead.
And that's going to be a lot of pressure and responsibility here on the hands of Tire Iron to really kind of grab a couple picks here and prevent any kind of big charges coming out of the hands of Panda Gaming, because you got to be really careful. You never know where exactly that rocket player is going, and if you try to rotate too quickly, he could be very well waiting for a flank.
And right here, Saiyan also with a Hydra in hand, which will give them a little bit of mid-range power as well to make sure anyone who might be trying to make a bold push to top cat or anything like that won't be able to get away with it too easily. But now back over to Tire Iron with sniper rifle in hand. Trippy also gets another perfect light rifle kill on Gabriel. So I just heard him yell across the stage as well. And Trippy is also on a flank. So, I mean, this team, here's Trippy coming in now, excuse me, he's actually going to get rocketed immediately, I think. So now back over to Tire Iron. 23-18 is the score. He will fall. Great push.
What I don't understand is you had players charging security and you had other players
pushing
charging
outside.
Tower. Yeah, you can't have a split push like that when rockets are coming up. New snipers on the map as well, and that was just kind of a lackluster push. It really could have gone a lot better.
And yep, and neither of Saiyan's rockets will connect either, so the score will be 23-20 here, but looks like he had a feeling someone was hanging out around the chain link, and he'll get that kill as well.
And now you have Rhino, but the other set of rockets here. So these two players are very close to each other. Of course, the rockets are out here for 6S. Now, Gabriel also has the sniper, so that is now sniper. And wow, take a look at this. You've got sniper in the hands of Cloud, 4 shots left. You got sniper in the hands of Gabriel, that new one that just came off spawn. And then, of course, we were just watching Ryan, who's got the rockets in his back pocket as well. So down by 3 kills, but with 3 power weapons amongst themselves.
Yep, Trippy all the way in the back. See across the map, Ryan knows he has to pin him back because Trippy has gotten multiple perfect kills from the outside area with that light rifle. So cannot let Trippy land those shots and start to get players so weak, so fast across the map. Gabriel still with sniper rifle in hand as well. We actually have dual snipers for Cloud and Gabriel, like you said there. So now let's go ahead and switch over to Gabriel.
Yeah, and what I want to do now, Bravo, is see how Panda Gaming is going to handle this situation, having control of all these power weapons. So let's go ahead and do a listen in here with Panda Gaming and see how they treat this deficit.
Red window?
Red 2, red 2, and red 3.
Ryan, they might push her.
Red 3, never mind. 2 red outside.
Dude, I'm one shot with rockets. I'm their fan. Fuck.
I'm watching you, Ryan. I'm watching your window.
I think he's our fan,
I'm
bro.
watching you, Ryan.
I'm gonna watch mid bridge
I'm
with
not
rockets.
watching you anymore. I'm not watching you anymore.
Check. Outside, I'm one shot. Outside red. I'm watching Catwalk and then mid-bridge with Rockets at 10 seconds.
No, mid-bridge, mid-bridge!
Maybe it's trying to kill me.
Rocket box, light rifle, I had to run.
Make sure we live, guys.
We're both one shot, we're both one shot.
One run S. Catwalk, I'm gonna die! Catwalk, weak! He's going inside tower. Rockets are down, blue plat.
Somebody one shot.
One shot, mid-bridge,
Going
mid-bridge,
for him now, going for him now! Blue plat!
Okay,
Blue plat with Rockets!
Yeah, Rockets. Rockets, blue window, still in blue window. Inside of blue window.
Blue side spawn, I think.
Rockets on the gap. Rockets on you.
got me.
And blue door. And blue door.
Got a shot, blue
and
side
blue
spawn.
door.
He's blue window still.
Mid-bridge.
Blue
Blue
sneaky,
sneaky.
blue
Blue
weak.
sneaky. Blue sneaky. Blue sneaky.
One shot blue, two of them are one's no shields.
Rockets, watch out, blue cage. Rockets, watch out on you, dead.
Yeah, nice.
They have more rockets, guys.
In blue window, sniping. Sniping in blue. Weak tire
Blue
iron.
plat. Blue plat. He's almost out of Rockets. Blue plat.
Sniping in blue, tire. Going
Back up,
blue door, going blue door, he's
Fizzle,
running.
back up.
No,
We're all
I'm
on
sitting
tower,
here. I'm
guys.
staying here.
They know you're there. They know you're there.
Okay, can we come to me then?
We're all on tower. Get different angles.
Trying to get to red.
I'm inside.
They have-
red.
They're gonna have a sniper.
Wait, dude, we killed each other. Rockets on max. Rockets on max.
Blue stairs,
push
I'm going
that?
for him. I'm getting sniped, I died, dude.
They have rockets?
They're going
No, they're
for
still
him.
No,
there.
not yet. Blue alley, they dropped.
Watch out, blue plat.
In blue two of them on you, Scott.
Blue plat, yeah, one
Mid-bridge.
shot.
Mid-bridge has shots.
Watch out,
Going into
Blue
turbine.
Two back, blue plat. I died.
Fire,
Blue,
fire.
three of them, blue alley side, three of them.
Paisley
Yeah,
doesn't
one.
have any
Yeah,
help.
one.
Paisley has no help.
Snipes on. Snipers up soon.
Nice shot.
Top
Top
cat,
cat, top cat, top cat.
I'm gonna push outside with you,
Top cat for
Faisal.
sure.
I'm behind you,
Sniping blue
Faisal.
window. Sniping blue window.
Behind you,
I'm
Faisal.
pushing in a little bit.
Native door. He's in the base.
Tower.
They have weapons.
And tower with Rockets weak. 2 shots in
On
tower
top
with
of the-
Rockets.
Security. Blue lights. Blue lights.
Nice
In
one,
tower.
Deb.
In tower from blue. In
Red-
tower
red
from
plat.
blue.
They're both in tower, guys.
On you, Ryan.
Blue
On
side
you.
tower,
Yeah,
blue
two
side
of them,
tower.
Ryan. Careful.
Yeah, I'm gonna die.
I
He's got
sniper, I
Shoddy. Got
sniper.
Shoddy red plat. Shoddy top cat, and then
Full
tower with
snipe.
Rockets. 2 guys in tower going blue side, and 2 guys in
Outside
turbine.
two. I'm gonna die, dude. Outside. Watch out. On break. Watch out on break.
Old camo on blue
I'm
security.
watching lights, I'm watching blue lights.
Top
Stay
cat,
alive.
old, I died.
All right, and coming out of that Astro, listening, not what you wanted to really hear if you're a Panda Gaming fan. Kyle, we saw them with 2 sniper rifles and rocket launchers in hand. You even heard them say during the listening, guys, we have all the weapons. We need to be very careful here. And now all of a sudden, Success is up 38-30.
Yeah, I mean, having the power weapons is one thing, but making sure they get put to good use is a completely different story. It actually did come back to bite them that they had those 2 sniper rifles, because when that aggression started coming out of 6S, if you do not hit those sniper shots instantly,
yeah.
you are basically fighting at a numbers disadvantage, and they ended up losing those weapons. Rockets went in the hands of 6S, and that's why we're seeing a 2-kill lead go up to now 11 kills.
And we talked about it in the pregame, right? I mean, if Success can play at a certain pace that is a little bit faster than this methodical play on the other side of the stage in Panda Gaming, they might find that success indeed. 43-33 is the score. They've done so well here on their pushes. Bohm is outside with the Hydra, Saiyan with the sniper rifle, and we got Tire Iron with the SMG. With 1:30 left, it's looking very difficult for Panda to do anything here to try to come back.
Oh, what a great splinter nade coming out. And I think that was Rocket player that he killed. Jumping out, challenging here. Another player on red plat. Still has a lot of sniper ammo left. The Rockets were down on this, so he doesn't want to necessarily lose his position. Looking at a 3v1 situation as he starts to get collapsed on, and a great rotation to escape.
He's like, I'm out. No way. Now has a shotgun and sniper rifle in hand. Less than a minute left on the clock, folks. With a 45-36, it would require a very special Panda Gaming push to get them back with this 10-kill deficit, make that 11. And now I dare say it's going to be nearly impossible, but we have seen crazier comebacks, Elamite.
Yeah, I mean, there's been some crazy things that we've seen in the HCS Pro League, but with less than 40 seconds here left play on the clock,
Not
they
enough
need
time.
to get those 9 kills here. And yeah, I mean, if they're able to do 2 full kill cycles, which it's a good way to start, but some body disrespect here coming out of Trippy as he's shooting some dead bodies. 49-39, make that 50-39 as 6S takes a 2-0 lead over Panda Gaming.
Jeez, incredible stuff there from Success. I have to say it was a neck and neck for the majority of the beginning of the match, and then towards the middle we saw Success kind of pull away with what was a 3 or a 4-kill lead. And then towards the end, like you said, it almost came back to bite Panda Gaming, the amount of power weapons they had. 17-6 for Saiyan, 14-10 for Trippy, Bomex, 11-11-12, and Tire Iron rounding out the team, 8-11-11. 50-39 is your final score. It went nearly the full time, just a few seconds shy. But looking at the power weapon kills, it was going to be 12-7 in favor of Success. And I have to say that it came down to that last power weapon hold. We were in the listen, and I was, that could have gone anyway. and it went the way of success.
Yeah, I literally think that having 2 snipers in the hands of Panda Gaming at the end there really is what cost them that game, because you just saw players not hitting the shots that they needed to hit and not being able to capitalize on those kills. Like I said it before, you create a numbers disadvantage then for your team, and instead of being able to put down that extra damage. So the importance of shooting a player one more time, like the example of when Cloud was sitting in blue and was charged by 2 players. One of them even had rockets.
He hits the body.
But he misses the second snipe shot, switches to his battle rifle. He doesn't have enough ammo to kill the player.
Yeah.
So that's a situation here. If anyone else on his team was able to shoot that guy 1-2 times.
Even one more player, they could have stopped that whole rush.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely. And in the end, when you have players like Trippy constantly, I mean, every time I saw Trippy spawn, he goes for the light rifle, he goes outside, and he lays shots into blue. So when you have 2 snipers in blue, and you have Trippy just pushing in with that light rifle and continually popping anyone who comes out that window, it's making it very difficult to push. Like you said, that's not even a scenario you really practice that much, is having 2 snipers and rockets. The aggression of Success allowed them to make that very successful push. They neutralized 3 weapons at once, and that will lead us into game number 3. It's going to be Truth CTF.
Yeah, and Truth CTF, this is going to be obviously a must-win game here now for Panda Gaming. And, just kind of piggybacking off of that game number 2, that's really was a game about Saiyan. Having 17-6 with the most damage dealt here for his team, those are some pretty impressive stats, considering that was, the same margin of victory I think that they won by. So Saiyan just going really clutch here for this squad. So I'd like to kind of watch a little bit of what he was doing. We didn't see too much of him last game, but clearly I haven't known too much about him. I knew the former Saiyan.
We know him well.
Yeah.
But he is the current Saiyan is embodying the former Saiyan right now with some dominating performance. And we're starting things off here with him and the Success squad on Truth CTF. They're just 3 captures away from 3-0ing Panda Gaming and moving further on in the losers bracket.
Oh, and Saiyan gets a clutch shot down on Cloud. He's charging up to P2, so that's going to keep his shields from recharging. It's going to take a little additional time there as the flag already being pulled 15 seconds into this game. Trying to rotate that out pink side as you see some battles happening. Cloud is able to secure the kill, but Camo did go in the hands of Gabriel, so that's going to be Camo's sword now as he's starting to move across the map. I like this play. Pull out that sword. You need to start moving quickly. You have a numbers advantage. You need to get in there and help out your teammates. Now, see what he elects to do. He's sitting in P2, has the camo. Fuel Rod is still up. Now, he's going to take some damage. They know he's up here. Splinter Nade comes in. Nice job dodging it, but no, Saiyan going clutch, finishing off the kill.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought maybe he was getting hit by splinters, but it's actually going to be the pistol from across the map from Saiyan that ends that. So now back on board with Saiyan, who just picked up a dub. I'm going to desperately try to stay alive, but he will eventually fall. So we'll go over to his teammate, Tire Iron, who is able to make it happen there now, but he falls as well. Bomax had the fuel rod for just a brief moment, but now over to Trippy for the first time in this game. Now 10:45 on the clock, still scoreless here. Cloud will take down Trippy, exchanges some choice words across the stage, and now over to Gabriel, who's running home to Goofy. And it looks like he's going to go for the ground pound route, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that flag is still at home. Nobody in position to contest that. So that's going to be a 1-0 lead now coming out from Panda Gaming. Starting to show some life here in this series. They're not out of it quite yet. We've seen reverse sweeps happen in the past. Kills going left and right. Actually, looks like Panda Gaming is starting to get ahead of playing great defense here. No, Gabriel not able to crouch in time. As Saiyan gets a triple kill there in the kill feed. Wow, this kid is playing out of his mind this series.
Indeed, he looks really good and so consistent, so calm. You take a look at his camera there, just continuing to call out after the triple and making sure he's pitching them enemy base. Look at this, not missing. Goofy finally will take him down. Trippy's going to try to continue this run top middle, but I don't think they'll be able to connect those dots.
This guy's power level is over 9,000 right now, Bravo, as he is just doing work here for this squad. And Tire Iron moving around, laying some good damage down on these players who are top center. And you can just see that kill feed. It is all about 6S right now.
Yes, and Saiyan also camo once again for him, Elamite, as he picks that up. Finally, he'll be taken down again, but man, is he ever a threat to Panda Gaming this game and has been throughout the entire series. Now over to Gabriel, desperately trying to stay alive bottom middle and continue this flag run. Panda Gaming looks good though, even though we've seen Saiyan really putting on some numbers. Panda Gaming still running this flag and with the lead in the game. Now over to Bohm. We have both flags out for a second, and yes, both flags will still remain out until they get that return.
Yeah, this is going to be a tense moment here as it is looking to be a flag standoff momentarily. Bomex needs to be careful not to take too much damage as the numbers advantage is over towards Panda. Goofy, nice job throwing that flag out. You know, he's been hitting the gym
perfect.
lately.
It's actually a perfect, yeah, I was going to say, definitely hitting the gym, and also not just on that jump up, but also on that toss. He's undoubtedly hitting arms as well because tossed it up perfectly to Gabriel. Let me show you the flag carrier on the other side as well. Gabriel's over here. We have a full base trade scenario with that flag, so he's going to continue exchanging shots. Might need to call for help. Yes, indeed. Look at help is on the way. Ryan Noob comes flying in, and they should be able to make quick work of Tire Iron. Yes, indeed. So now over to the other side, it's going to be Saiyan, I think, who's making a bold push.
Yeah, I mean, you timed that fuel rod perfectly. You saw it come up on the map, instantly grabs it, pushes out, gets some damage down on the flag carrier here. His teammate Trippy is going to get taken out. You can see those two players on his radar. He's got to be careful here. He has no shields. He has some good fuel rod shots, able to pick up a trade. That was actually a pretty good performance considering he has no shield in that situation. If he had dropped front of the base, he was probably going to be taken out anyway. So getting a trade, not a bad, no, or not worst case scenario here.
Yes, indeed. Somehow everything will stay alive. Bomex, I think, still is picking up the flag and keeping it alive with carbine in hand. So he's choosing to drop and shoot a little bit more, whereas you have Gabriel, who is using that flagnum to shoot a lot more. But we'll still stay here. It's not, it's certainly possible that whoever gets to this flag cap, could dictate who wins this game because there's a lot of momentum riding here. Do you tie 1-1 or do you go into an 0-2 deficit? Camo's up, though. Let's see who is going to be the player to actually make that. I think it's going to be Tire Iron. He's going to get a camo, presumably a burn. Yes, Tire Iron with a camo burn right at 7:33.
And that was actually pretty worth it here just to keep some of that aggression away from Panda Gaming. And I'm really glad that you oh, no, and he's not able to get the touch in time. And that flag is going to be returned. So, yes, we are looking at Panda Gaming taking that 2-0 lead. And I'm really glad you brought up that point earlier, Bravo, because that is a flag standoff. It was either going to be 1-1 or 2-0 here, and this is one of the times that the game, how close it is, isn't necessarily reflected in the score.
Right, not at all. So now Fuel Rod's going to go in the hands of Goofy as well. He's got top mid control. Probably will pause a second. Look how much help he has coming. So, but looks like he's also getting pinned. What angle was that from as we look across? It might have been, it looked like maybe a bottom mid angle that he gets pinned down on. But now over to Tire Iron, who's pushing up here. And he's going to get a kill in pig number 2. Finds several players across the map over at Car, though. So he'll have to slow things down just a minute. They're down 0-2, and they really can't make any mistakes here, right? If they're going to run a flag, they have to be committed to that flag and really need at least, the very least, a player or two down.
Now, I believe that 6S lost to Most Wanted in the Capture the Flag game number 1 at Coliseum, I believe, earlier this morning.
I don't actually recall.
I believe that was what they won the series 3-1. I believe that's the game they lost. So, if you're asking me my opinion on what's happening, I would say 6S is probably just a little bit weaker on capture the flag game types. So this is a perfect opportunity for Panda to try to get back into this. But 6S might not necessarily be even too worried considering that they just dominated the first 2 games.
And you can bet that Panda Gaming has their eyes on a reverse sweep. That's exactly what they want to do in this series, and it would not be crazy to think that it's within the realm of possibility with the talent that they have on that squad.
And Gabriel going clutch. That was just 3 dead, and Gabriel picks up a kill and holds another player back, and that completely holds off the aggression here coming in from 6S. Now, Saiyan is doing what he can to keep this squad in it. I see him on the kill feed just left and right, just being a monster here.
And I'm keeping an eye on the camo timer. It should have popped up, so I want to see if anyone, and Tire Iron already has eyes on it, but this is right there you see on your screen. It's going to be Brian Noob versus Tire Iron, and I'm not sure we're going to see a grab just yet. Yes, indeed. Ryan Noob's position at pink 2 leads them to this camo grab. Now over to Gabriel.
Oh, and he grabbed the Splinter Nade too. Great job keeping it out of the hands of the enemy team as his teammate comes in, grabs the flag at the perfect time. Ryan Noob is also top center with a Fuel Rod. This is really good position to be in. They only need to cap 1 more flag to end this as they're taking a numbers advantage here. Flags still being moved across the map. Everyone coming off spawn here at Car side of the map. They have no choice but to flood across. Trippy should get taken out. Yes, he does. Last one, Saiyan gets taken out. That ground pound's going to go in, and all of a sudden, Bravo, we've got ourselves a series.
That's right. It's not over yet, folks. Panda Gaming making a statement with the 3-0 in game number 3. They are still very much in it here, and they're looking now to perform the reverse sweep, and what a story it would be. Panda Gaming now feeling undoubtedly pretty good about how things shook out. Look at that.
Holy cow,
Cloud
Bravo.
20 and 11. On the other side, also Saiyan 21 and 15. So big numbers out of both of those players.
Yeah, I mean, no one else from Success broke 10 kills, and yet Saiyan sitting at 21. So obviously, we said it, he's been playing amazing this series so far, and dropping 21 kills in a game like this. Obviously you got Cloud also putting in work. We didn't stay on board with him too much, but in that kill feed, and we saw it all game long. Saiyan even grabbing that triple kill that we saw from him in P side of the base.
Yes, indeed. If you're on the Success side, you have to really take this next match seriously, because you do not want to go to a Game 5 with Panda Gaming. I think the players on Success still playing pretty well. 3-0 doesn't necessarily, like you said, reflect the exact score of how that game actually went, and that flag standoff certainly could have gone either way. In the end, Panda Gaming overpowering Success and forcing us into a Game 4 Empire Strongholds. And this is going to be a battle, because we saw how the first Strongholds went. They're obviously both very talented Strongholds teams, and they know how to play the game type and the rotations very, very quickly, because 2 different total controls kind of led to big leads for each team.
Now, I'm really excited to watch this one play out, because the story of Rig Strongholds was the shotgun and especially the railgun from both Bomex and from Goofy. It's Goofy the first half of the game, Bomex second half of the game. Empire Strongholds, we're obviously not looking at those weapons being on the map. You've got the Saw, but Saw generally not nearly as impactful as shotgun or railgun. Even just ammo-wise, of course, high damage output. You can see players go clutch with that weapon. But this is going to be more of a game about map rotations and preventing or contesting some of those strongholds from being captured, especially controlling bottom mid. And that's what I said, where Ryanoob and Goofy really play a big factor here with just how sneaky they can play and how quickly they can move around the map.
Yeah, and the routes they take, right, they're really going to come into play. But the one thing I'm curious about is the speed that we've seen out of Success. They can play very, very fast. We know they can do it in Strongholds already, and we saw them do it in Eden Slayer too. Can they maybe play once again a step ahead on Empire Strongholds, which is arguably the fastest game type, right, in the entire rotation? We'll have to see. So far, I think we've all been impressed by what Success has done on the main stage. However, their job is not yet done here, and they need to do it for at least one more game.
Yeah, this is a very intense moment here for both of these guys. So much on the line. You can see the communication in between the team. I believe that is King Nick behind them.
I think so.
Yeah, it looks like stepping in, helping a little bit of coaching here. So they're trying to get on the same page, make sure that the teamwork is here. No opportunities for mistakes at this point, because their backs are against the wall.
That's right. And in that past game, just so impressed with, once again, the composure of Panda Gaming, the way they handled the first cap, the flag standoff, even the opening rush. It felt like they were really, one step ahead. But as I look at the kills actually from that game, they only outstayed them by 3, 48 to 45.
I was just thinking about that.
If that's any indication, this matchup right here, Slays could not necessarily determine it. It's really going to come down to which team can rotate faster. But I got to give a shout out to Cloud. We didn't get to see enough of his POV last game after he put up such good stats. So let's start this game off with Cloud of Panda Gaming. Panda Gaming needs to win this game to stay alive in the loser's bracket.
Yeah, my X factors here for this game are going to be Cloud and Saiyan, both players who've been playing out of their mind here to start off the day. And looks like Saiyan just flew off the map trying to grab the OS, maybe?
I think so.
That would happen so quickly. I don't know exactly what it did, but I believe that was Ryanoob actually that picked up the overshield. But yeah, wait, what an interesting start to the game here. But that is going to be some big wins. No, it looks like a reset here coming out from 6S. No one's even been able to capture 2 of these strongholds yet. Goofy then pushing into the base. Red team, 6S, finally being able to capture that and start putting points on the board.
And Goofy to have that overshield and somehow everything still goes to 6S for the early points on the board is pretty surprising. I think Goofy just tried to kind of just beast his way through bottom middle, which is going to be obviously very difficult with the amount of automatic fire and grenades that were coming in. They're very difficult for him to make anything happen with that overshield. Perhaps another route would have been better suited. But Trippy now is also looks like going to fall bottom middle. Yes, indeed. Now over to Ryanoob, who is trying to cap bottom middle. He's not going to be easy, as he does have a lot of shots coming in once again. I believe those are coming from Tire Iron. Now over to Bomex. And this is the speed that we see in Empire Strongholds. You have to play so fast, but look at Success up 14-0 right now.
And Cloud grabbing a double kill here, going into red base, trying to contest this. Gets the reset here. Great job by Cloud, finally getting that reset, allowing them to capture bottom mid as well. They're going to start putting some points on the board. He's not been able to finish off these players here at red, so they either need to contest this or immediately focus on blue base. And they are just rotating very slowly. They need to be much quicker on this one.
And once again, Success proving that they know, that they understand these rotations so well, the timing, exactly where the opponents are spawning, when to push in, when to double up on the strongholds. Once again, very impressed by what we've seen from them. Trippy right there laying down a little bit of automatic fire, then also gets help to clean up on Goofy. Look at the score, 23-5, and finally that score will be slowed to a halt. But once again, they're going to go ahead and pick up another point as they go and they grab bottom middle again. So still Success with some really good pressure.
Yeah, but this is a perfect time to be controlling Turbine as you've got that new overshield getting ready to come up. You saw it was grabbed very early on last game. Miss Melee coming out of Trippy. Good job by this Panda Gaming member evading the damage as Goofy and Trippy still in a 1v1. Trippy commits all the way to the fight, goes ahead and wins that 1v1, but he committed so long that it allowed Gabriel to actually be the one to grab the overshield, so Goofy was just being a distraction.
It's perfect. All Goofy needed to do was stay alive down there, and he knew that, and he likely watching his teammates screen there. Gabriel does get the overshield, and right now potentially lets them get this pit grab, but it feels like Success is once again playing this very, very well, and Saiyan will not actually fall just yet. Oh my
God,
goodness.
he got a double kill off of that. And stays alive. You've got to be kidding me, Bravo. I cannot believe that happened. It almost looked like he looked away because he thought that player was dead, and that is going to come back to bite them hard this game as he is still going off and gets 2 more. Wow, this guy is literally going Super Saiyan mode.
And the support his teammates are giving him is incredible, as well as they're flying in to make sure that they keep him alive as long as they can. Saiyan and crew leading the charge. They're up 39-17, but we do have Panda Gaming scoring, so we'll go over here to Cloud.
All right, now Cloud, he does have essentially map control, holding those 2 strongholds right now. Great grenade comes in, finish off Bomex, immediately rotating back here. You want to control these sneakies here because that's where the 2 splinter nades spawn. They can be so impactful, cutting off some of those angles here. So Ryan Noob and Cloud doing a good job just controlling here Turbine and outside of the map. As long as they're able to keep 6S from getting into that pit, they're going to be able to close this deficit very quickly. And now we're seeing you might have to worry about players coming off spawn or getting split spawns across the map, but that's not the case here yet, as not many people are currently dying yet. But that Splinter Nade, like we were just talking about, creates an easy double kill opportunity for Cloud as they are starting, and this game's going to be tied here shortly.
Jeez, and look at this, Panda Gaming once again. This is the story of strongholds for Panda Gaming, right? Go down by a big margin early on, and then come back slowly to catch up to Success. We'll have to see if the same story is told at the end of the match, though, because last time it was Success with some very, very good late game control that felt like it could not even be interrupted. Now over to Trippy, who has just a little bit of saw ammo left.
Yeah, and that overshield looks like it went over in the hands of
Gabriel
here again. Okay, so still trying to get some damage down. Trippy doing a good job moving around here, trying to get some damage down. Rallying going forward.
Oh,
thought he was going for a Spartan charge,
yeah,
but
with a
he did
full
not.
ring around the rosy. Trippy, he had to take the long way home to finally take him down. So Gabriel's going to get a kill first, but looks like they're going to be now 48-37. They're scoring once again as they will grab, looks like red and bottom middle. He's going to have to stop this pit contest right now because I'm not sure. Looks like not immediately aware that player was there.
And looks like it was Saiyan actually gets taken out, but he grabbed another triple kill, I believe, here. So literally, we're going to go watch this guy when he comes off spawn. Trippy.
That could be 4 dead. Jeez, look at that double. You hear Trippy screaming across the stage as well. 57-37, 20-point lead here, and they are firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, and this looks like Panda Gaming starting to fall apart
So
a little
fast.
bit. As you see in that kill feed there, it's all about 6S here in this game number 4.
What's incredible is Success is they're stringing together their movement, their escapes, their kills, and then into the caps and the defenses, right? You saw Trippy there running into bottom middle, gets a ton of help from Sand, who gets a triple. Then he runs over to tower, is able to get that kill. They get more kills bottom middle, transition that into blue, so they are just consistently moving with such nice ebb and flow throughout the map and getting these objective controls. Now over to, once again, Tire Iron, who's trying to push outside.
And they just had a triple cap there, and Panda Gaming is able to stop the bleeding a little bit here, capturing blue base. But Tire Iron doing some good damage down, grabs a double melee here on a player. There's an aid, not able to connect there, but that's going to be Saiyan here as well. That's got a saw trying to fight over towards red base, but Goofy in that bottom mid pit. That's going over to in their favor very quickly here. Now reset comes in. That's not going to be what you want to see. And Bravo, look at the score of this game. They're about to qualify here for relegation.
And now over to Saiyan, because it's going to be 89-91. Trip cap is enforced. Right now, Panda Gaming needs to get something, and they need to do it fast. They get blue base, but they're going to need more than that, of course, because 6S is still scoring 95-37 and locking down bottom middle with the saw as well.
Yeah, and like you said, if there's ever a time to play perfect Halo, it has to be now, but I don't know if that's going to be even enough here to keep them into that, as this hill is being contested by Trippy, and Trippy knows that's all he needs to do, and that is going to do it as 6S comes out, 3-1s Panda Gaming, and makes it into relegation.
I mean, look at the names on the stage here. You have, Bomex, Sayan, Trippy, and Tire Iron versus Cloud, Gabriel, Ryan Noob, and Goofy. Names you've heard of versus many names you may not have heard of, but it's a story of success here as they close out game number 4, 100-37, with just about 12 kills apiece. Trippy there going 11-11. Look at the slays, 47-43 in favor of Red Team in the final kill count. Success will win this series 3-1.